I did attend G20 because of this thing of genocide. Because of AfriForum is going to spread the lies to say this genocide in South Africa. We're like the media and Trump. I mean Ramaphosa was like, I don't have time for that. G20 is going to continue without Trump because of this information spreading the lies of the G20, this crime and this genocide in South Africa. And then there's a statement of Julius Malema saying after G20, they're going to deal with these people who has been spreading their lies, who are affecting our relationship with other countries by spreading the lie about this genocide here in South Africa. And this is so painful, I don't know. They're not used to struggle or they're not used to equality because of those Bella bills, because they're fighting for BEE. BEE is because of apartheid happening in our country where like black people are still struggling, have nothing. BEE is there to help them to empower black child. Bella Bill is to reclaim the land that had been stolen from our ancestors. So these policies or laws, they make them say we can't be equal to black people. We'll never be. That's why they keep on fighting and spreading. I don't know, spreading the lies to Trump. But here in South Africa, there's no genocide. But in today's how, as you can see, like this video, remember this is an open discussion. We are sharing our opinion. There's educational purpose for the world that think is genocide here in South Africa. And the question is, how do you claim slaughter what people are not even trying to escape? You slaughter people that are still here, where they are not trying to escape. Before we continue, we're going to look at the comments. There's a crime everywhere in our country. White people are not only victims of these circumstances. The crime, sure, they are being murdered by black people. So why that is more than preachers than black people? That's where debate starts now. So like when now you think you are better than us, how many black people been killed by whites during apartheid? How many of them? So we don't want to go there because it's going to bring them. So that is more preacher than black. Yet black people are not complaining. That's the problem starts, and they are complaining all the time. They complain all the time about the matter. Who is that? No, but this difference if no race mattering another. This is like now people are starting to um talk about it, say like crime affect all of us. When corruption generation of our black people lose power, we still take upon our slave ship. White and American out of Africa. This guy's like uh you see like it's a topic of like reminding the history of apartheid. So like you guys kill our people. So this African Dutch people known as Afrikaner. Dutch people they say you guys are killing us for a land or because of say like wet farmers because it's a crime. South Africa is a country of black people, so there are lots of black people here. We are majority here. This country ruled by us, but the problem is like say like we are killing black people. Is not allowed to kill a white farmer, or is not allowed to kill. We are not allowed to kill. No one is allowed to. When no one is allowed to kill, no one. But based on these states we're talking about, according to them, black kids or black child, you are not supposed to kill a white. When you kill a white, you are doing a big crime. But when they kill us, black people, it's normal. We don't complain like that. But let's ask this lady: is this just a conversation happened now this month about this sensitive topic? We see the research done. We are trying there. We are. Where organizations like Afro are the one making citizens hate each other. No, it's not about that. This one they always complaining. Hi. No, no.
Let's be absolutely factual. The
Yes.
slaughtering of white Afrikaners has been debunked. I mean, the fact that you are still here, that millions of Afrikaners are still here, that white billionaires are still here, does
Hmm. The fact you're still here, Why you are here if there's genocide? Why the billionaires are still here? Why the farmers are still here then? White farmers. If there's genocide? This is a good question. And when I check the comments, no one asked it. Ramaphosa must be in Afroforum in South Africa. He's saying the incident is horrible. They have huge investment there. Why must they leave? The government must recognize. The government must. They are saying this genocide. That's why they can leave. Then they can go back home. You can go back home, Europe, and stop giving us problems. And this is so painful because of Trump. You say I will never attend South Africa. South Africa is the Lord is going there. There's genocide going there. And Trump offered them refugee status. Why don't they take it and leave us in peace?
That prove that there is no genocide? How do you claim slaughter when the
Well,
victims are not even trying to escape?
well, you use the term genocide again. That is not the words we use. It is a reality that people are being tortured.
Which reality when the Dutch man jumped to three kids, young girls, two girls and young boy around 12, 16, and he said like he thought it's animals. What are you saying about that? Because there are lots of things that happen to black people when they put a black child in the coffin alive, when they feed a black child to pigs. Those things are never mentioned. This is a brutal killing, but they don't talk about them. It's a reality. Like what it means reality. You all experience crime in South Africa. South Africa the crime is highest and is the highest crime in our country.
2 weeks ago, an elderly lady was, boiling water was thrown over. We've seen an electric drill being used to drill a hole into an elderly lady's feet. We've seen blowtorches used. It does not mean that if you take on those issues, that you don't care about the rest of the crime problem. We do care.
Let me, crime is happen everywhere. The crime is like this guy mentioned here. There's crime everywhere in our country. What are not only the victim of the circumstances? Because of they don't invest, they don't do research when it comes to black people, or maybe they don't want any business with black people. That's why they started their own Orania, where like black people are not allowed to stay there. They have no interest to 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 black people. So like note this again. We thought this thing is we thought this thing like is gone. Clearly, don't give up, do you? Mario, why this man still changed? Beast. I, many people are still here does not mean doesn't happen. It happened to everyone who stay in this country. Where does okay? This guy say like where does happen in this country? Uh, uh, the crime states, forget about the car for 2 seconds. Definitely, let's focus on the real issue. This I'm talking about. It's all about me. If negotiation does not work and lies prevail, I personally think it will be only fair for black people to go back to and review the strategy of MK, Amsterdam, and our land. Everything else was taken through period of Khan. When it's about time for our nation, we feel be displaced. Crime affects all of us. Definitely. That's the problem starts now. Because of they think black people are still those our ancestors, those they depress them and stole everything to them and think us are going to be quiet by spreading the lies about genocide. Why they're still here? This is a good question. He never answered the question. Sorry.
Let's be absolutely
Ladies' feet. We've seen blowtorches used. It does not mean that if you take on those issues, that you don't care about the rest of the crime problem. We do care. If we as an organization, is probably the NGO that has done in practical terms the most to fight gender-based violence with Advocate Gary Nel and his team.
So I don't get your point. You are going to bush. The question was so simple. Why they're still here? The question was still standing. You never answered the question. This sounds terrible, but we are not seeing the a which the second biggest party are like this. They speak of a they have the money to portray this, but we don't see it. Yeah, why they don't see it? Hey, I'm so proud. See people stand as for us. Government does not care about all the measures. Now someone stand for us. People need to stand up and open their eyes. What do you mean stand up, open their eyes? AfriForum is a tourist organization. They don't stand for anything except protecting apartheid beneficiary. Definitely benefit from our land. And this guy say nah, which is the problem. Yes, because of their divided the nation, causing unnecessary drama. We are facing serious GVB, yet they are out crying for special treatment. Their sisters were not just saying about and living black, they were actually doing it. Hmm. This is the pain that brought us to apartheid. That's what I'm saying, like this topic is so sensitive because it brings us the pain that they've done to our sisters. These Dutch people, what they have done to our sisters, and we never done nothing from them. We never done. We wanted peace and love and grow this country.
Taking on men that does that. But if we do that, we don't say that violence against men is okay. And that is our stance to say there are people being killed, disproportionately so. Remember, farmers are a small number, so the numbers would be dramatically smaller. But if you look at it, this proportionality, it needs to be addressed.
Yes, but
What
and let's talk
makes
about let's
This guy's not answering the question, man. Why they are still here? Why you don't go home? If you believe like there's genocide here and if you believe like there's genocide here and the president, the government, no one is see it, you guys are the one who experience it. Why you don't go back home, Europe? Why? Hey, if you want to live in peace, why you still here? That's the question. Why they are still here? Why the billionaires are still here? Answer the question. If there's genocide, because you say like you guys will experience it, and as you say like there's no genocide here, and black people are, because you say black people are killing white farmers. Black people come to stand and say like even the government say like there's no genocide here. There's no it. Then you keep on pushing this, you keep on pushing this, you keep on spreading. Even Trump didn't attend the G20 summit because of he believe the information you gave them to say like there's genocide there. Why if there's genocide, why you still here? Why don't go back home? That's a question waiting. 100% other by their own still don't know anything about it point. Still, because in the criminal doesn't see color, they see opportunity. He's not fighting for a say, but fighting for a specific route. This is where the problem start. People they are talking, negotiating each other. Why are you there when matching for all manners in other communities? Our kids getting murdered every single day. Also, we need to stand up for murder in general. Definitely, this is what we need to deal with as South African. Stop being specific. This. Come on. Let's see if you are even going to show face the DVD matching going on. What is that you think you and your people are more important? That's what I'm saying. And this is what Julius Malema is fighting for. White supremacy, think they're special than others. We are all South Africans. We exploit the same problem. And to go to spread the lie, it was trending the whole international news. Our president need to be going to be embarrassed by Trump because of they signed the Bella bill. The problem is when they start to sign a Bella bill and BEE, they want to remove it because of they're afraid black people will cash up. Apartheid affected black people. So it's hard for them to adjust to say like we are going to be on the same level. That is a problem. Oh my god.
talk about addressing that. I mean, if this is genuinely about farm murders and violence, why is AfriForum so quiet about cases of violence and killings of black farmers by white farmers? We've seen convictions and headlines from the 2017 coffin assault to reports of farm workers forced to eat fishes to cases where black men were fed to lions. Why doesn't AfriForum ever speak publicly about these victims?
Good question. Wow. She nailed it. Good question. Why don't talk about that? Like there are lots of bad thing happen to black people that caused by black white people. Why they don't talk about it? Why don't talk about it then? If it's not about the race, why don't talk about it? They focus on, yeah, guys, your specialty is over now. Now, apartheid is over. We are all equal now. We are all equal now. The special treatment is clear. How? We are not more important. We are just doing more important things like this. How? Our government even hiding all the medals. Why all that you are talking about is not on TV like this? Why this question lady asked? Why Afrom don't talk about it? Why they not talk about it? Yes, that's the point. We have forgetting communities and you should care about anyone. Yes, we have forgetting communities. All of this is about Malema, so it's not about Malema. Why don't you introduce merchandise to fight crime? Because everyone is affected. People are being killed in our township every day. In various communities, why don't say about it? Why don't say about it? This is a question now. Black people are coming now. We are not going to be quiet now. We are not going to be quiet.
It seems that you haven't been following our statements. We have condemned this all along, but white farmers are not killing black farmers, as you've said. In fact, our neighborhood watchers also protect the whole community. We have black farmers that are part of our neighborhood watchers. So the few cases that you
You
mentioned,
said you said like white farmers are not killing black farmers. They are killing their workers. What happened to that lady? They give it to pig. What happened to that guy who was fighting for his salary? What you don't talk about those things. What do you mean like white farmers are not killing uh, black black people? The nonsense this old man is powering is totally delusional. I doubt he thinks before he speak. You never heard the Dula concerning this. The Dula is this is why is not leaving South Africa and their fellow Africans never left from second. Yeah, this is a question they asked them in the beginning. Why you don't go back home? Why don't go back home? It's hard for them to go back. Characters show the proof for his claim. Anyone can mention incident, but in this case, it's not just about this narrative. Why always when the government is in disagreement with Africa now is definitely when the government they don't respect our laws. When the government they go back to crime. Look at Gaza, that genocide, that genocide. It's like where were death rate for the two SA general worker, farmers, 46. I the madness of our media entertain this nonsense. Which country is the world does not have crime? I'm asking myself which one. Now the SA economy is I don't know. He has issues. One thing about most members of supporters of this organization, they are not fruitful. That's all I say about it.
are horrible. But are we now saying, and we condemn them, but are you saying because that's happening, we cannot have a serious problem when somebody openly says, kill the boer, kill the farmer? When the president of this country that has a responsibility refuses to even condemn it. There was recent
You guys want to control us. That's the problem. And you can't control EFF. You can't control Malema. You can't control what happened to our sister during apartheid. The song, the chant. I can't explain this 100 times. The chant is a struggle song. When you guys came here, your fathers, your grandfathers took the land, killing our youth, took our land, took everything from us, our minerals. They were singing that chant to make sure they're coming so hard, no matter because of black people were fighting apartheid with stones. That's where song born. And that song is a part of our history. Whether you like it or not, is going to be singed because of the court concluded. There's no harmful with that soul, but the memory for the one we lost because of their your grannies, grannies or action, because of your people, because of Dutch people, what they've done to South Africans. That's where you come that so. Stop coming with lame excuses here.
It's done. 67% of the people in this country think the president should condemn it. He's willing to jeopardize the economy of the country simply to stick to whatever ideology and his own party's interest.
No, but Kelly, does AfriForum actually respect the authority of South Africa's courts and the
Mm,
judgments they hand down?
they don't. They don't. That chant Malema went to High Court. They concluded the court, and they said this thing are going to take it further. They're going to take it further to Trump because they don't respect our laws. Even we conclude they don't respect our laws. That's where this energy start. The attitude. That's where the energy start. The attitude start from there. Not respecting our laws. Going to Trump, spreading lies. They concluded about that chant. They understand the history. It happens, like I explained, but they said like, no, we're never going to take it.
Well, if you have a judge that was openly biased towards us, that said we have anachronistic ideas, she refuses to excuse herself. She was in a process of applying for a job in the appeals court. The people on the Judicial Service Commission, is Julius Maleva and Advocate Nkukai Tobe, both involved in that case.
No, you don't understand where this all come from. Go to do your research, and if I'll ask the question, you say whatever happened to black people during apartheid is okay. We are not allowed to sing the song because it makes you guys feel uncomfortable because of their actions of your ancestors. The benefit today, you guys are benefiting they are benefiting our land based on what happened during apartheid. So we must not talk about it. The funny enough, this is the majority of crime committed in farm against black, in the farm attacks or murders. This is the opportunity to take our land back. Oh my God! You see, this is what we try to avoid. Why are you not running away, brother? Yeah, why you not running away? I'm a white and in just Africa. People in South Africa are very unique. Why not Ramaphosa not being in this racist organization? Why not these people running away if they slaughtered? The fact that they are privileged in South Africa, why don't go home then? They still have home, Europe. How can they be an organization that speaks the truth? We don't want to be here. Which the truth you're talking about? You can go back home, man. How do we claim apartheid blacks if they don't run away from it? Wow, things they're saying here, we had nowhere to go because of our rightful land. We decide to stay, we fight settlers. Why we should negative run away from their motherlands? We'll never do that. That's why I keep on fighting even today. Honest, that forum is making us hate white people for no reason. This is actually their opinion, man. Serious, man, but this is totally unacceptable, causing and killing a serious accusation. Why we will kill white people for what after so many years? Bare leboha kama say, oh my God, this is a strong language. They are not regretting what they did to can properly will not about the silence and just Trump is put on his head. Their business are no longer he's Africa for Africans. They are employ illegal immigrants for cheap labor who target them for criminal activities, for example. So this thing is a like good topic to talk about and to educate where you come from as a black nation and what's happening here and how they benefited from this. Black lady was fit to pigs. I mentioned that they never mentioned it. They don't care about it. They all care about me, about us. The crime is all over the world. Go everywhere. There's no crime. Yeah, we can go. They are dividing the nation, causing unnecessary drama. We are facing serious GDP pandemic, yet they are out there crying for special treatment. Their sisters were not saying about. These are the things that we're talking about. These are the things we're talking about. So we don't have time to entertain Afri Forum. It's wasting our time. That's why, like Julius man was saying, like after this, they need to go to deal with people spreading the lies about our country. They are feeding black ladies to pigs. This racist must be marginalized. 2 weeks ago, women were alive in Mamelodi. This Madara must leave us. See, like there's a lot of problem here, and people they're showing their opinion.
After she gave a judgment in their favor, she was appointed in that position. We cannot be quiet about that. Fortunately, the vast majority of judges in this country are fair, but
How can you be quiet about the chant? How can you be quiet about the apartheid that stole our land? How can you be quiet about why should Malama be quiet of saying the chant that make black people to suffer today? That make us to our land to be stolen. How can we make us to be quiet? Come on.
we cannot accept that the chance should be made that we should be killed on the basis of our ethnicity. And that we will continue to fight. If we say, well, the court says it's fine, then that is exactly why we are going internationally, because we
Because don't respect our laws. Don't respect our laws. The problem we guys think are more important than others. That's the problem that you need to focus on. But like my name is MD Nekat, I do the most. You're just reacting on this. Don't forget to subscribe so that I can get motivated and keep on doing this. Bye.